I am Adele. I am 30 years old. I did not know that one quiet night would change how I understand love. I did not know that I would carry that night with me for years. I remember the weight in my chest before anything happened. I remember thinking I was ready. I remember being wrong. I would only understand the meaning of that night much later. I had just turned 30. My birthday passed with a small cake and one candle. I blew it out alone in my kitchen. The light above the sink flickered. I smiled anyway. I told myself I was fine. I told myself I was grown. I told myself I knew what love was. I met him at work. His name was Noah. He was 28. He sat 2 desks away from me. He spoke softly. He listened more than he talked. When he laughed, he looked surprised by his own sound. I noticed small things. I noticed how he held his cup with 2 hands. I noticed how he waited before answering. I did not understand it then. We worked long days. We shared coffee breaks. We shared quiet looks when meetings felt long. He asked me simple questions. How was my morning? Did I sleep well? Did I want sugar? These were small things, but small things stayed with me. I had been in love before, or I thought I had. I had been wanted before. I knew bodies, I knew touch, I knew how to hide my feelings behind calm words. I thought that made me strong. That was not the hardest part. Noah never rushed me. He never tried to impress me. He never told stories to sound bigger. He was just there, every day, quiet, steady. I felt seen. I felt safe. I told myself that safety was not love. I told myself it was just comfort. I told myself many things. One evening, it rained, the kind of rain that makes the city slow. We left work at the same time. We walked under one umbrella. Our arms touched by accident. I felt a small spark. It surprised me. He looked at me then. He did not smile. He did not look away. He just looked. I felt my breath change. I felt my heart move. I still did not understand it then. We started seeing each other after that. Not dates, just time. We walked, we talked, we sat on a bench and watched people pass. He told me about his mother. He told me about his fear of being late. He told me he liked quiet mornings. I told him about my past, but not all of it. I kept parts to myself. He never pushed. He never asked for more. That made me curious. That made me uneasy. I was used to wanting being loud. I was used to desire being clear. With Noah, desire was soft. It waited. One night, he came to my apartment. We cooked pasta. The water boiled too fast. The sauce burned a little. We laughed. We ate anyway. We washed dishes side by side. Our hands touched again. This time, we did not pull away. We sat on the couch. The room was dim. The rain had stopped. The city was quiet. I could hear my own breath. I felt a choice forming inside me. I leaned closer. He froze for a moment. I felt it. I pulled back. I asked if he was okay. He nodded, but his eyes told another story. He looked nervous. He looked honest. That was when he told me. He said it slowly. He said he had never been with anyone. He said it was not by choice alone. He said he waited because he wanted meaning. He said he wanted it to be real. I felt many things at once. Surprise, care, fear, a strange sense of power. I did not like that feeling. I did not want power. I wanted closeness. I asked him if he was sure. He said yes. He said he trusted me. He said my name like it mattered. That was the moment I should have stopped. Or maybe that was the moment I should have been braver. We moved slowly. I watched his face. I listened to his breath. I guided him with care. I kept everything gentle. I kept everything quiet. I made sure he felt safe. I told myself that was enough. I will not speak of bodies. I will not speak of details. What matters is the feeling. What matters is the silence between us. What matters is the way he held me after. He rested his head on my chest. His hand trembled. I felt his heart race. I felt something open inside me. I felt something close, too. I did not understand it then. After, we lay there. The room was still. I watched the ceiling. I felt older than I was. I felt younger, too. I wondered if I had crossed a line. I wondered if love had crossed me. He whispered, "Thank you." Just that. Thank you. The word landed deep. The next morning, we drank coffee in silence. The light came through the window. Dust floated in the air. He smiled at me like I was something precious. I smiled back, but my chest felt tight. He left with a soft kiss. He said he would call. I said, okay. I closed the door and leaned against it. That was when the weight came. Days passed. We still met. We still talked. But something had changed. He was more open, more hopeful. He spoke about the future like it was close, like it was waiting for us. I listened. I nodded. I felt a quiet fear grow. I realized I had given him more than a night. I had given him a promise without words. I had not meant to, but meaning does not ask permission. I started to pull away, not with words, with space, with delays, with tired smiles. He noticed. Of course he did. He asked if something was wrong. I said I was busy. I said work was heavy. I said nothing real. One evening, he stood in front of me and waited. He did not speak. He just waited. I felt seen again. This time, it hurt. I told him the truth. I told him I cared, but not in the way he hoped. I told him I was not ready. I told him I did not feel the same depth. My voice shook. His face went still. He nodded. He did not argue. He did not beg. He thanked me for being honest. That was the hardest part. He left my life quietly, too quietly. The desk across from me became empty. The coffee breaks felt longer. The bench stayed cold. Time moved on. I dated others. I lived. But sometimes late at night, I thought of that rain, that couch, that thank you. I wondered if love had been there and I had turned away. Years later, I understand more. I understand that care carries weight. I understand that trust is not small. I understand that being chosen is not the same as choosing back. I do not regret being gentle. I do not regret being honest, but I carry the memory with respect. It taught me to be careful with hearts, including my own. Now, when I sit alone with my coffee, I watch the steam rise. It fades into the air. Quiet, soft, complete.